In this video, we'll look at creating and manipulating dates in JavaScript using the built-in date object. So first of all, let's look at getting the current date and time. So I'll just declare a variable called now and assign it to a value like this new date and then save and then console.log now in the console in my terminal. And when I go to my terminal, I'll use Node to run the file which is called date.js. And when I do that, I get the current date and time printed in my console. So this is how you can get the current date and time using the built-in date object. So it's a class, so you have to start with what? The new keyword. Now you can specify your own date and time, and this is how you go about it. So I'll just say let specific date and say new date, and then I'll pass in the value. So I'll just say 2025 hyphen 06 hyphen 07. Let me bring my hyphen 07. So this is the year, the month, and then the day, and then the time. So I'll just say T10, the hour, then the minute, and then what? The seconds. Then I'll put capital Z there and save, and then I'll just output that in the console. So I'll say console.log specific date and run my file again. I get that specific date outputted in my terminal. So this is how you can set your own date. Or an alternative method is this by passing the year, the month, the day, hours, minutes, seconds, and milliseconds. So alternatively, I can go ahead and reassign specific date to new date, and then I'll pass in the year. So let's say 2026, then comma, the month, let me just pass in, let's say 2. And mind you, month is 0 index, so January is 0, February is 1, and then March is 2. So you should take note of that. Then the day, so let me just put 7 there, or let me put 10, then comma, the hour, comma, the minute, and then what? The seconds. And save. When I go ahead and run my file, we get the same result. So this is how you can specify your own what? Date. Now let's go on and look at some common date methods. So methods that we can use to work with what? The date object. So I'll just go ahead and then comment these ones out, and then let's come down here. I think I'll go ahead and comment this one out again, and then come here and declare my now variable again and assign it to new date and save. So this gives us the current date and time. So in order to get the year, or sorry, let me just change this to date, this variable to date. In order to get the year, I can say const year is equal to date dot, then I'll use the get full year method. So you make sure you bring the parentheses. Other than that, you will not get any value. So in order to get the year, you use the get full year method. So when I go ahead and then console.log year and then clear my console quickly and rerun my app, we get to 2024. So we use the get full year method to get what? The year. Let me go ahead. We can get the month. So we can get the month using, so I write the date dot what? Get month method. Make sure you bring the parentheses to execute it. So I'll just put comma here and then put month here. Put month here to console.log that. And then when I run my file again, we get what? The month, which is what? 5. And you have to know that months are 0 base index. So January is 0. The index of January is 0. It's not 1. Then February is 1. March is 2. April is 4. And then May is 5, and so on and so forth. So it's 0 base what? Index. You should keep that in mind. You can get the day to using the get day method, and then I'll just put comma here and put day here. And when I go ahead and run my file again, we get the day printed here. So you get the day printed here. Let's continue. Let me see. Sorry. The when you want to get the day, we use get date, not get day. Sorry for that. We use the get date method. So yes, so this is the correct date. Today is 7th. Yes, I've just checked my calendar. It's 7th. Now you can get the hours or the hour. So I'll just say hours date dot what get hours. Then I'll just put comma here and then console.log the hours. And when I run my file, let me first of all clear it. It's becoming clumsy. And run my file again. You get the hour, which is what 13. Yeah, that's the hour or hours. Then you can get the minute. So I'll just say minute and set it to date dot get minutes. We are getting auto completion as well from the text editor. Then I'll put comma here and then console.log the minutes there. So we get to at 51. And then we can get the seconds. So cons seconds. I'm just shortening it. Date dot get seconds. I know by now you should know how this is heading towards. So and then I'll just do that, run the file again, 15 seconds. When I run it again, the seconds must change. Now it's now 19 seconds. And then finally we can get what? The milliseconds. Just shorten it like that. So it does date dot get milliseconds. Then I'll just put milliseconds there. And when I run my file, we get what? The millisecond. So that's it. So first of all, we get the current date and time using the new date object built into JavaScript. And then we can get the year, month, day using calling the get full year, get month, get date, get hours, minutes on the object that has been created for us. So that's it about some of the methods that we can use to get the date and then the time. Now let's look at the methods that can be used to set the various components of the date object using different methods. So now that we know how to get this, the month, the year, the date, the hours using these get methods, let's look at how we can set the year, month, and so on. So I'll just comment this one out. So since I have declared, I'll still work with this date variable. So I'll just come here and say const date dot, I'll just say date dot set full year to set the year. So let me just put 2026 here. And then I can go ahead and say date dot set month. And then let me just put 11 here. I can say date dot set date. So that one I'll just put 25 here. Another one, date dot set hours. I'll put 10 here. Date dot set minutes. I'll put 30 here, sorry, 30, 20, it doesn't matter. Date dot set seconds. I'll put let's say 50 seconds here. Date dot set milliseconds. I'll just put 500 milliseconds here and save. So I'll just come down here and just console.log date. Let's see. I'll just console.log date quickly and go back to my terminal and clear it and run the file again. So the date that, so you see that these values that I have set are the ones printed out in the console for us. So before I set it, when I console.log, let me say console.log date, and then I'll just console.log just some hyphens so that we see the difference, the before and then the after, and clear my console quickly and rerun my file. So you see that before the year was 2024, and then after I have set it, is now 2026. So this is how we can work with what the date object in JavaScript. That's all for this video. Please subscribe and follow and like for more videos and contents like this. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.